Hello YouTube friends, welcome to The Last Homely House. It's that time of year again where it's Mother's Day in the UK, Mothering Sunday, which is a fantastic tradition that goes way back. And Mother's Day then is the time when John, my son, for the past few years has come and helped make a quilt. You may remember. It all started when I had a lot of blocks on the board and John looked at them and thought that he could actually make a better job of designing them. And here's a little clip about that right now. And so after he'd made that quilt design, I got him back the following year to actually sew it all together, which was interesting. And the year after that, for Mother's Day, he came back and made the quilt sandwich and pinned it all together and began the quilting. Well, it's Mother's Day again. And so John's going to come soon and finish this quilt. I hope we're going to get a finish today. I'm going to show you if the cat will let me. That what we've got here then, we made the binding at the same time as we made the did the whole backing. The backing of this quilt is a lovely piece of Cafe Facette. This is called, I can't remember what this design's called. It's the shirts quilt. It's called Shirts, something like that. I really like it. It comes in lots of different colourways, and this green one is what we chose for the back of this quilt. We made the binding out of lots and lots of bits and pieces of the fabrics that are in the quilt, and then it's been quilted now. It chose yellow to quilt it, and over this last year, this is the slowest finish ever, but we've quilted it now. It's not a very big quilt, but I think it'll be a nice quilt to have over the back of a chair or put down in the garden if you want to have a little bit of a picnic out in the garden. I don't know. Anyway, John's coming today and I'm going to show him how to put the binding on, which will include, well, what will it include? Trimming down the quilt to the edge here, sewing the binding on, doing some mitered squares, mitered square corners, getting the cat off the quilt. And then because the cat has actually slept on this a fair few times, I'll put it through the washing machine when he's finished with it. And that's two things that will do. It'll get rid of any kind of cat hairs that are lingering around. I don't mind cat hairs on my quilts, but I think probably everybody else does. But it also has that lovely effect of kind of crinkling the quilt a little bit. You know what a quilt looks like when it comes out of the wash. It looks really beautiful and crinkly when the wadding and everything sort of cinches up against the quilting stitches. I'm looking forward to that. But that's what's going to happen first, though, is that John's going to come and sew on the binding in 1 second. We'll have to get rid of you first, though. Yes, we will. Okay, so John's turned up now, and here he is, and I'm really grateful. He's come in the middle of a work day.
That's correct.
And he's tired, and he's
tired.
You've got to change gear.
Change gear.
Okay,
change gear. We've been bothered by the sun, haven't we?
What have you been doing?
I've been driving around.
I'm driving around visiting people who want wooden things.
Visiting people who want wooden things or who have had wooden things from us and then want other things.
And want to talk about them.
And want to talk about them.
Because that's what John does. John's a cabinet maker. But at the moment, he's not.
That's true.
At the moment, he's going to be a sewer. Now, can you remember?
I can remember.
Well, it was a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your quilt now.
Nice.
The edges have all been...
I did some very neat stitching, didn't I?
It's really good. I like it a lot. You've all year...
See these, how straight these lines are?
Let's open it out on here. Right. It's really small, so it gives me confidence to know that we'll finish it today. Isn't it nice on the other side as well?
Do people ever do it where they make a quilt top for the underside as well?
Sometimes they do, yeah.
What's that called?
I don't know. What's that called?
There must be a phrase for that.
Well, people can do sort of scrappy backings. In fact, over on Patreon, Anna is making a quilt for her brother. And the back of that one is going to be lots of scraps all stitched together.
But they wouldn't do this on the other side?
Yeah, so the front of Anna's quilt is beautiful log cabin made out of all this indigo fabric. The back of it is lots of beautiful pieces, big bits, all pieced together. So there's lots of different ways. There's many different ways of quilting.
Is it too late to do that to mine?
Yes, it's too late to do that to yours because you've done all this stitching now.
Yeah, I have done that. Yeah.
So the last thing we need.
Laborious.
Well, it's been a year.
Yeah, but I know. But I remember
since we last saw it. Yeah. Well, I think it's good. The interval you chose is really great.
Just right.
John's in a funny mood. So what we've got to do now, we've got one final thing that we have to do.
Yeah.
We have to put the binding on.
Autograph it.
We have to put the binding on.
Okay, right, let's do that. Go on then. I'm here.
We made the binding at the same time as making the backing. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember that. I worked very hard on this. I did.
We're going to put lots of clips from past videos in here so that people can see you doing these things.
Because I genuinely did them.
I know you did them.
Yeah.
I know you did them. But the thing is, it's been a year since the last Mother's Day video. And here we are again. And we're going to just do the best we can. Now you see John's made the first mistake in thinking that you open this out. Because what we did, we cut this binding and then folded it in half and ironed it in half.
We used to do that.
And John thinks that what you do is open it out and put it either side. No, it's not obvious. No, it's not.
I think you're wrong. Go on, I'm listening.
Well, that's one way of doing it.
One way of doing it.
But that's not how we're going to do it.
How are we going to do it? Please tell me.
I'm going to show you. So we're going to use the sewing machine. Can you
right,
remember how fun that was?
Yeah, I'm good.
What I might do, because it's been a year since you used the sewing machine, I might get a bit of this fabric.
It's been a year since my last confession. It's not a year, that phrase, is it? What is it? Come on. Let's go.
What I'm going to do before you start away on my sewing machine is get you to just do a little bit of practicing on that.
I can do that.
But then, now then, I think I've got some binding clips here. We'll be using these later. And the way that I'll show you how I want you to sew this on. That's it. You had it right then. Okay, so I might get...
I think you've got the wrong end of the stick here. You sure this is the perceived correct way?
Yes, it's the correct way.
The industry standard. You sure?
Yeah, it's not my first quilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she right about this?
So, John's just talking through the fourth wall there and talking to Anna, his lovely wife and my daughter-in-law, who is filming this today. And if you could see, if I turned the camera around, you could see that she's just hysterically laughing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Anna to come in really a little bit closer in, please. Okay, John, so this is the binding beautifully made here now.
Right.
And we're just going to fold that end in there like that and just kind of press that with your finger and thumb.
Wonderful.
And then lay that on here.
On there? What about this bit?
Don't worry about that. We're going to sort that bit out later.
Jolly good.
So what I want you to do when you sew this, and I don't want you to start at the end, I want you to start about here. Okay?
Right.
I'll show you when we get there. And then what you're going to do is line the binding up with the side of the quilt. Not with this. We're going to cut that off later.
Oh.
We're going to line the binding up with the side of your quilt. And because you're used to working with wood, these edges, these sizes are very accurate, very straight. Yeah. Fabric, a bit more forgiving. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get you to move across to the sewing machine and just do a little bit of trial with this. See if you can remember how to do it. Okay. Right. Great. So when you get to the end of that piece of fabric...
Thread bunny.
No. We can just start...
That can just be the thread bunny.
Exactly.
Easy.
Exactly. All right. So I'm actually...
Why are you starting there, not there?
I'll show you why. Because the corners are different from what you're about to do.
Right.
Okay, so when we get to a corner, I'm going to show you how to make a mitered corner. And you'll have 4 of those to do all the way around. So I'll show you the first one.
Super.
You can get on. Right, okay. So you're going to be doing you're starting in the middle because you're going to be doing 4 mitered corners.
Right.
And I'll show you how to do those when we get to those. Okay.
So we need to raise the leg.
So I need you to get that wheel there and just pull it towards you, not away from you, towards you.
Turn it.
Yeah, turn it towards you. And you can see it moves the needle.
Right.
Keep going until the needle's up.
Back up.
All the way up and clear of the machine bed. That'll do.
Alley up.
Okay.
Now lift the foot.
Yes, please.
Raise it up.
Okay, and now I don't need a pin in there. We're going to put that down.
We don't need a
now.
pin in there.
Just put that down. Right. Okay, so now I want you see the edge of the...
I've got it. The edge of the binding in line with the edge of the quilt topper, not the edge of the wadding or the edge of the backing.
And then the line,
the line must stay true. Get rid of that thread, Bunny. Don't need that anymore, do we?
No. Okay, and just off you go now, carefully, carefully.
Eee.
I'll make a quilter of you. I made a quilter of your wife, you know. I'll make a quilter of you as well. In fact, I'll make all my family into quilters.
I know you made a quilt of my wife because I found thread in the mayonnaise jar. And that's not a lie.
Found blue thread in the mayonnaise.
I did, yeah. What is this? Oh,
just a bit of my indigo thread.
It's indigo thread.
Well, I think that's perfectly acceptable.
Well, I just threw it out and off I went, you know, no problem.
Okay. It goes all the way up like so. And then we fold it down.
Back on itself.
And line it up with the side of the quilt.
Easy E.
That'll be a bit tricky, but
Ice cube,
you'll
DRE.
manage. Okay, there. And then sew it from the end. That's it. Sew it from the end. You've got 2 more mitered corners to do.
So-ho!
So you tuck that inside there.
Yes.
And then just sew that until you meet up with where you started.
Like old friends.
Yeah, just don't let that bit flop up. That's it. Watch your finger. Yeah, that's a better way of doing it. Okay, good. That's it. And then just sew until you meet up with that bit there.
I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Okay.
Contact!
And then you can get a thread bunny. You can get a thread bunny out. Oh, that one I'll do. And thread bunny it off. Off onto the. Sew off a little, and then thread bunny it. That's it. Very good. This bit here, when we try to fold this over.
Oh, look! It's absolutely jiggered.
It is jiggered, and so we've got an unpicker. Just hang fire.
I'm never allowed these things.
No, we never.
I've got one now.
No. So we're going to get back to where it was first good, which is about there. Ooh, there. So we're going to get back to where it was first good. Now the unpicker here, you see it's got a little red bobble there. And people use this completely incorrectly. The red bobble goes in. Where's it? I've just done a little starting hole for you. Goes inside, not outside, inside.
Inside.
And then you feel for the stitches.
And then you cut it.
And you're cutting it back to where it was good, which is here.
Gives it here. So, bobble on the outside.
Bobble on the inside.
Easy.
That's it. And then just until it was good again.
Just until.
Which is about here.
Just so.
Okay, and then. Very good.
Oh, very.
Just a tiny bit further so that.
Oh, I say.
That's a nice tool to use, isn't
A
it?
wonderful tool.
Okay. And so now...
Now we do it again.
Yeah.
Back in.
That's it. Well done. Okay, and then you can cut that off. Extremely good. Wow.
Get in.
Now we're going to relocate back to the table
we just
here.
flip this over, right, and go back on the machine.
No, we're going to hand stitch this.
What? Oh, that's a problem.
Yes, it is. And so we're going to just check
Big problem.
here.
Big problems.
Okay, so we've got this kind of thing going on, which we kind of knew might have happened. And
Hey,
so
what are you saying?
we need to double check then
Go
for
on.
places like that.
Go on.
And,
Lead on, Macduff.
Okay. Sort this out. How do I do that? I sort it out like this. I think it all went pear-shaped when you were doing this little bit here.
Mm.
Okay, wow, that binding's on now.
Well done.
Well done you.
Oh, you solved the.
I did.
My
I solved a
mess
wee
out.
problem. However, you
More
can
problems.
No, more things to do.
Oh,
You can see now that when we fold this
not
over,
enough space, is there?
Exactly.
But if we cut it, suddenly there will be. So I'm going to guess what I do. I'm going to cut down here, but I'm going to leave like.
just cut right to the edge of the binding.
So like
Just
to there,
Get another pair of scissors and show you.
to that point there.
Yeah, exactly that.
All right, easy.
Exactly that. And just don't worry about the corners just now. Just go straight off the corners. Okay.
I think this would be faster
With a rotary cutter.
with longer bladed scissors.
Well, I have got longer bladed scissors, but I actually, it's such a small quilt, I actually want you to take good care. Sorry, Cat. So let's try to imagine what it was like having John as a little boy.
A great trial and tribulation.
No, it was really interesting. It was great.
Trial and tribulation.
No, I loved every minute. Well, not every minute.
No.
I mean, there were some minutes that neither of us loved very much, weren't there? Probably.
Probably. Lost in the mists of time.
Yes, we forget about those.
Move on. We look forward, not backwards.
This is an interesting corner. Oh, that's fine though. We've done it. Okay then, how cool is that?
Oh, hell.
Now this is why we need to stitch it down by hand, because if you did that by machine now, you would see the stitches on the front, and we don't want to see the stitches on the front.
Fair enough.
Choose yourself a needle.
I'll choose. Thank you.
And thread it up.
Go for that boy.
Okay, and thread yourself some thread.
Thread bunny.
No, just thread. No bunnies involved here at the moment. Okay, just watch carefully. I'm going to go in pretty much
where
there.
you came out.
Yeah, along with my needle until I'm about 2 millimetres.
That's not 2 millimetres.
Okay, a centimetre. I don't know what that is.
Like
I'm
18 millimetres.
I'm an inches girl, John. Underneath where you first wear, and then along you
Right,
can feel your knot
I
coming
think-
out on the front.
I think I've got it. I think I understand.
And so John designed this quilt in like a minute, and it's all resulted in this now, which is sewing it together, making the quilt sandwich.
Quilt sandwich.
The quilt sandwich was last year.
No.
It was.
No.
Then binding all year, and you've had a few minutes to spare. And now...
And now you say the hardest bit until the very end.
And now you've sewn the binding on with the machine, and now it seems to me like you're making heavy weather out of my favourite part of quilting. I like this bit best of all. Do you know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to thread up a needle and I'm going to do this bit up this end here just to help you out.
Well, that's very kind.
Because I am a kind mummy. Am I not?
That's so kind.
I am a kind mummy. So I think though we'll have to wrap this video up though, because it like
Is that the end of the series then?
it is the end of the series, which is where I was going.
Season finale.
It is the season finale. It is the season finale, and I think that what comes after a season finale?
A period of hollow emptiness.
Okay, listen, John.
Hello.
So we've
Hello.
come through all those stages, and you really have done quilting from start to finish So maybe from that very first time, all those years ago, you can perhaps appreciate then that it is a little bit more complicated than you first made out.
I stand by that quilt block stage is simple. The design phase.
So every stage of quilting I like very much. The design, the construction, thinking about it.
The colourways.
Yes, all the colourways. John's over time with Anna doing quite a lot of sewing now. He's got to know all the quilting terms really
Picking out the Tana lawn.
all of that. So
stitching within the ditch.
He's a bit of a buffoon quite a lot of the time.
Juvenile and disruptive.
Yeah. Somebody once left a comment on one of John's videos and he's never let it
It's fair
be
enough.
forgotten.
I think they were quite right.
He's never let it be forgotten.
I've run out of thread.
Oh, okay.
What am I going to do?
I'm going to show you. I think we've run out of road here as well. I think we might say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.
Will we show them it when it's fully
We
finished?
certainly will.
Oh, that'd be nice.
We certainly will, because that will be
What are we gonna
very
do with
soon. Ah, that was my question to you right now. What are you going to do with it?
Me, I get to choose.
It's your quilt.
I mean, wear as a cape.
Yes.
Yeah. I
It's a
could have
small
it.
cape.
I could lay it on the back seat of my car.
Yes, and I was thinking something along those lines. It would make a lovely little car blanket or on the back.
Give it
of
away.
You could do that, and that's the nice thing to do with quilts.
Quilts could be given away.
Oh, I think many are, and that's a lovely thing to do. So yeah, just let me have this little bit here. Okay, John, that's it. It's going to be like the Lord of the Rings if we're not careful soon, with 16 endings, and so we're going to say. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. You've done well, Mother. You've done very well.
Oh my word, we've done very well indeed.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good.
Let's finish this.
Ta-da-da-da.